What happens when love and ambition collide? Stay with us as we explore Elena and Marco's breathtaking journey to touch the stars, where every second could mean glory or heartbreak. If you enjoy stories that inspire and challenge the way you see love and ambition, hit that subscribe button and like this video. In 60 seconds, Elena would either touch the face of scientific immortality or watch her life's work disintegrate into cosmic dust, scattered across the merciless expanse of the New Mexico desert. She stood at the precipice of her dreams, the culmination of years spent chasing the impossible. The prototype aircraft loomed before her, a gleaming testament to sleepless nights, meticulous calculations, and an unrelenting passion that had consumed her every waking moment. Its design was unlike anything the world had ever seen, sleek, almost alien in its elegance, and brimming with technology so advanced it seemed to hum with the promise of the future. For Elena, it was more than a machine. It was the embodiment of her soul, a physical manifestation of her devotion to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. Nearby, Marco stood with the quiet confidence of a man who had spent his life defying gravity. His hands, weathered and strong from years of gripping flight controls, glided over the aircraft's smooth surface as though committing every curve and rivet to memory. Marco wasn't just the pilot entrusted to test her creation. He was her equal in determination, her foil in ambition, and, though neither of them had dared to say it yet, perhaps her greatest emotional discovery. Their bond had been forged in the fires of shared struggle. Late-night debates over flight dynamics, moments of triumph when theory turned to function, and the quiet solace of knowing someone else truly understood the weight of this mission. Marco had a deep respect for Elena's brilliance, while Elena saw in Marco a daring courage that breathed life into her calculations. Together, they were two pieces of a puzzle that fit so perfectly it felt inevitable. "Are you ready?" Marco's voice broke through her thoughts. It was a deep, steady rumble, grounding her in the present. Elena didn't answer immediately. Instead, she turned to him, her dark hair pulled tightly back, exposing eyes that burned with an intensity capable of melting steel. For the first time, she allowed herself to see him fully, not just as a pilot or a partner in this ambitious endeavor, but as someone who had quietly become her constant, her anchor. She had always believed her life was destined to be measured in scientific achievements, in the precision of data and the elegance of equations. Yet in Marco, she found a connection that defied calculation. He wasn't merely a collaborator or an ally. He was her reflection, her counterbalance, her quiet strength in the face of chaos. The countdown began, each number a thunderclap against the stillness of the desert. The landscape around them seemed to hold its breath, the vast emptiness mirroring the tension that buzzed in the air. New Mexico's rugged beauty, a mixture of harshness and tranquility, was about to witness a moment that could redefine the limits of human potential. Marco's hand slipped into hers, their fingers intertwining in an unspoken promise. The warmth of his touch was a lifeline, tethering her to the earth even as the aircraft prepared to defy its constraints. For a moment, their worlds aligned, not as scientist and pilot, but as two hearts beating in perfect unison. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. The roar of the engines shattered the desert silence, a sound so primal it seemed to reverberate through the very fabric of existence. The prototype didn't just lift off. It ascended with a defiance that was almost poetic. Dust and sand spiraled in its wake as it tore through the sky, breaking the shackles of gravity and soaring into the unknown. Elena's breath caught in her throat as the aircraft gained altitude. The monitors before her glowed with streams of data, each line confirming what her heart already knew. They had done the impossible. Beside her, Marco's gaze remained fixed on the horizon, his expression a mixture of awe and exhilaration. In that moment, Elena realized her greatest achievement wasn't the aircraft itself. It wasn't the engineering marvel or the scientific breakthrough. It was the partnership that had made this moment possible. Marco's steady presence had given her the courage to dream even bigger, to take the risks that had brought them here. The aircraft pierced the upper atmosphere, the earth below shrinking into a distant memory. Stars blazed across the inky expanse, their light unfiltered by the veil of the atmosphere. It was breathtaking, a view that no equation or simulation could ever capture. Marco turned to her, his aquamarine eyes reflecting the infinite expanse before them. His hand tightened around hers, a silent affirmation that spoke louder than words. This wasn't just her triumph or his, it was theirs. Together, they had reached a place no one else had dared to go. As they floated above the earth, Elena felt a profound sense of peace. The universe stretched endlessly before them, vast and unknowable, yet in this moment she felt completely seen and understood. Their love, forged in the crucible of ambition and sacrifice, had become something extraordinary, something infinite. Years later they would recount this story, not as a tale of technological innovation, but as a love story written in the language of the stars. It was a narrative that defied explanation, a fusion of science and emotion that resonated with anyone who dared to dream. For Elena and Marco, their journey wasn't just about reaching the infinite. It was about finding each other in the process. Some achievements are measured in accolades and recognition, others are etched into the deepest recesses of the heart. Their story stood as a testament to what humanity could achieve when passion and partnership converged. And though the infinite stretched on, vast and uncharted, they knew their greatest discovery would always be the connection they had forged amidst the stars. Some loves, like some dreams, could never be fully explained. They could only be experienced.